And good evening and welcome to high school girls basketball on WLCS TV 20 alongside Bob Raskich. I'm Rob Polinsky. Joe Bach doing all the hard work, the camera work tonight. It's the Shaw Cardinals and your Lorain Titans in a Lake Erie League battle. The Titans come in with a record of 8-4. Home team, white jerseys, white shorts, white numerals, and the Titans in blue across the jerseys. And for the Shaw Cardinals, they've got the red and black uniforms, I should say black jerseys, black shorts. They're in red. And Bob, the first time these two teams met, Coach Feldman just told me that successful night for the Titans. They won by about 20, and for the Shaw Cardinals, it's going to be tough. They're only bringing 6 players over here tonight.
I noticed that warming up, and we've been here before with Shaw where they only dress 6. That's really tough. I look for him to fall back into his zone, pack it in, try to save as much energy. You only have 6 players. I mean, you're not going to press full court. That's for sure.
You're not going to do that. You know, another reason to get in that zone would be to avoid foul trouble, I would think.
Yeah, absolutely.
Mahogany Jackson controls the tip for the Cardinals as they go on offense. The Shaw Cardinals out of East Cleveland.
I believe they're 3-5. Rob.
Okay, when I asked the coach, she didn't know the record. I always know you're not going to win. I always know this. When I ask a coach and they don't know their record, they're probably not going to win the state championship that year.
You got that right.
So a turnover on the first possession, and it'll be Lorain basketball. And we'll get you the young ladies. Brooklyn Ferguson gets the basketball in the corner. It looks like Shaw's playing man-to-man. They're going inside, laying it up and in. That was well done. Titans take a 2-0 lead. And with that basket, it was Kiera Jenkins. So
Lorain High playing the zone. I haven't seen him play a 1-3-1 before, but that's who they're playing.
Lene Hart inside. Coach Feldman told me she's one of the better players for Shaw. Foul line jumper is up. That'll be an air ball. And let's get you the starting 5 for Lorain. It is Kiara Jenkins who made that first field goal. Janasia Nelson-Ryland, Delasia Nixon, Danielle Witten, and Tanisha Llanos, along with Brooklyn Ferguson, are the starting 5. Ferguson with the basketball for the Titans. She'll pass on the left wing to Llanos. And Llanos gets around Hart and puts it up and in.
Well done. Good crossover.
So Llanos with her first 2, and Lorain leads 4-0. With the basketball, Amia Temple in the corner. The shot goes up. That's a 3-ball. It's short. Rebound back up. No good. That was Amaya Temple. So they have Amia Temple and Amaya Temple. And getting the rebound and putting it up and in is Lene Hart. Cardinals get their first points. They trail 4-2, Bob. Jumper by Brooklyn Ferguson. Quickly at the other end. She comes down and hits that.
Nice.
6-2 Titans. 6:12 to go first quarter. As you see there on the monitor on the bottom right of your TV screen.
Well, what Lorain High wants to do is they want to trap the first pass, and I always think that's a good thing to do in girls basketball.
Get it inside. Shot goes up. It's blocked again, partially blocked. And the Titans are going to save the basketball. They do it to Jenkins. Kiara Jenkins on the drive all the way to the hole. Laid it up, no good. And on the rebound, it's Mahogany Jackson for Shaw, and we're going to get a holding foul on Lorain. First foul of the ball game.
That was Tanisha Llanos on that block. Yeah, this zone, being a wing player is fairly easy on either side. Playing the middle is really easy. Playing the top or the bottom is tough. The bottom player on this zone has to go from corner to corner as the ball gets reversed.
There's a long pass that's going to be intercepted, knocked away, but Shaw gets it back. They get it to Temple. She put it up no good. Lene Hart went for the rebound. Saves it to her teammate Temple. Throws it up top to Dewana Samuel. Now with the basketball is Amia Temple. Amia and Amaya Temple. Corner shot, 3-ball, air ball long, and the rebound Brooklyn Ferguson for Lorain.
Nice pass.
Long outlet pass as Bob just told you, and the shot goes up, no good. 2 free throws will come up for Kiara Jenkins.
Well, cardinal rule in transition basketball, first open man up the floor has to get the ball, or first open gal has to get the basketball. That was well done.
Samuel with the foul, her first, team's first, and we're going to get a couple of free throws here for Kiara Jenkins, a 5'5" senior with 2 points. 6-2 Titans, 5:08 to go. Quarter number 1, girls varsity basketball on a snowy Thursday night. Free throw up and in. So Jenkins with 3.
Lorain High playing well off the start. I don't believe we have a turnover left. I always think in girls basketball there are 20 turnovers waiting to be forced out there, and that's going to result in easier scores. Tough to go through the heart of a defense, but and we haven't turned it over yet.
Jenkins with 4, and the Titans lead 8-2. Cardinals with it in the forecourt. They get it down into Lene Hart, and it is Dale Cutting, one of the 3 officials. Saw that. Lene Hart gets called for the offensive foul, her first, team second. Ferguson gets the basketball.
I'm very surprised to see Shaw playing man-to-man. It's going to be tough with just 6 gals.
Ferguson with it. Gets a screen set for her. On the drive, nice wraparound pass inside. And again, that is Kiara Jenkins, the recipient of that good pass. She has 6 points already, Bob.
Nice. And again, the key, efficiency. We haven't turned it over.
Titans lead 10-2. Lene Hart spinning in the lane, puts it up, no good. And a rebound, Jenkins has an open girl, finds her, Ferguson. Ferguson with it, she'll put it up and in.
First open man up the floor. Gets the basketball.
Ferguson with 4, Titans up 12-2, halfway through quarter number 1. Again, Shaw dressing just 6 players.
And I noticed on their roster, they list 9 on their roster, Rob, all seniors except 2 freshmen. What are they going to do next year?
Good question. Lene Hart misses the shot. Titans have the basketball. And in the backcourt with it, they get it to Nelson Riley. Outside, Ferguson measures the 3. That's an air ball. I think it was partially blocked. The return is no good. Back up, no good. Missing that is Delisha Nixon. And the Titans come out of there with a basketball. They'll reset. On the drive, Llanos goes up. No, she was fouled, wasn't called. They kick it outside to Brooklyn Ferguson again. That's an air ball. Boy, Titans with several chances at it. They couldn't put it in the basket.
Well, one of the things you have to notice that I like that the Lady Titans do is they make the easy pass. They're not forcing anything.
We've got a timeout for Shaw. They take their first half, 4 remaining.
It gives us an opportunity. If you want text notifications relating to school, text yes to 67587. Text yes to 67587, and the school messenger will send you updates from any building related to selected and final forms. You can connect with the school and get updates from one system. That's text yes to 67587. Yeah, that was a pretty good quarter. Well, of course it isn't over, but we're off to a good start here. 0 turnovers, making the easy pass, taking good shots. First player to open up the floor in transition gets the basketball. It's pretty well done. 12-2.
Yep, as Bob just told you, the Titans lead at 12-2, halfway through quarter number 1. Titans come in with a record of 8-4 for Coach Mark Feldman. Here you take a look at the Lorain scores table. As they get settled in here.
12. Lorain High dressed 12. Yeah, this is tough.
I would think the Cardinals are going to have to take some timeouts just from a standpoint of they're going to need some rest.
Yeah, exactly.
So for the Cardinals, bringing it up is Amia Temple, and getting it across the timeline, they turn it over, and it'll be Llanos with the basketball for Lorain. Gets it across midcourt. Pass on the left wing. Driving onto the baseline, shot over Hart is up and in. And it is Kiara Jenkins. Her big first quarter continues. Nice. She has 8. 14-2 Lorain. 2:45 to go first quarter, and the Cardinals are going to turn it over. Erica Jones, the head coach of Shaw, giving instructions to her team. Ferguson on the right side gets the basketball over to Nixon. Nixon over to Jenkins. Jenkins leads everybody with 8. Jenkins into the lane, and she's going to draw a foul. It'll be a couple of free throws.
Well, just watching the Lorain High offense, they're setting that ball screen high, which is very fashionable today. But for that to be effective, you have to clear out the baseline area. We have too much congestion in the paint for that ball screen. The roll or the fill from the ball screen or the guard turning the corner is not going to be effective with congestion.
Free throw up and in. Jenkins with 9. And Lene Hart, who picked up her second foul and appeared to be a little bit hobbled out there, is going to come out of the basketball game. So
she's grabbing an ankle.
Yeah. And again, they only dress 6. Coach Feldman said she's the best player. And with her on the bench and her team down 15-2, it's going to be tough for Shaw. So the Cardinals with the basketball into the forecourt. There's a bump, and we are going to get the foul. And that's going to go on Llanos. It'll be her first, team second. So the Cardinals to inbound. They trail 15-2, 2:21 to go in quarter number 1. Girls varsity basketball tonight on WLCS TV 20. Glad you could join us. Joe Bach doing the camera work. Rob Polinsky, Bob Braskich bringing this one to you. On the inbound, they get it to Samuel. Back up top to Amia Temple. Temple gets it back after it was almost stolen. Like quick hands defensively for several of the Titans tonight. Nelson Riley knocked it out of bounds.
Well, one of the things you like to do out of this zone, this 1-3-1, is trap when the ball goes to the corner.
And the Cardinals look to inbound. They're going to get it up top, and that is Temple with the basketball. Temple pulls it back out.
Oh, nice.
And had her pocket picked by Brooklyn Ferguson. Ferguson will go the other way. Lay it up too strong. Rebound Llanos.
Nice move.
Spins in the lane and scores.
Wow.
Llanos with 4. 17-2 Lorain. Cardinals just trying to get in their offense. They can't even get their offense set.
Yeah, right.
Coach Feldman's team has come out focused here in the first quarter, especially on the defensive end, Bob.
They sure have. And on the offensive end, again, I can't recall a turnover. Shot selection's been excellent.
And it'll be the Cardinals to inbound in front of the Lorain bench. And they do get it inbounds to Samuel. Dewana Samuel. Out by midcourt, picked up her dribbles, got a pass that does so to Temple. Inside, the shot was contested by Jenkins.
Oh.
Now it's loose on the floor, and Jenkins comes out of there with it. She's going to be fouled, a holding foul on the Cardinals.
Lorain High switched defenses out in that last possession, played man-to-man. If you switch defenses in high school basketball, boys or girls, offensively teams have a tendency to stand.
Because they don't recognize it right away.
They're not comfortable. They don't recognize it. Nice cut.
And they get it inside, and putting the shot up and in is Ferguson.
Inbound stolen.
Yes, it is. And it'll be Lorain basketball after it got knocked out of bounds. 19-2 Lorain, under a minute to go in the quarter. Llanos to inbound. Looking, goes up top. And inside, they get it.
Wow.
Shot goes up and in. And with that shot that time is Delasia Nelson, her first points of the ball game. And it's all Lorain. 21-2, under a minute to go in the quarter. Shaw struggling to even get into the offense as Lorain contesting every pass. There's going to be a jumper from the left elbow. Missing that is Mahogany Jackson. And the rebound is going to be controlled by the Titans. We're going to get another pushing foul on Shaw. This will be their 5th of the quarter.
Well, we have 27 seconds left, Rob. 21 points is a lot of points in one quarter. It really is. Very efficient.
Brooklyn Ferguson will walk it across midcourt.
We're going to hold it here. Get the last shot.
Ferguson dribbling there at the edge of the center circle as we're at 10 seconds. Brooklyn steps back, takes the shot. That's an air ball. And the rebound comes down to Mahogany Jackson. Gets it ahead. They won't get the shot off. We play one quarter of girls varsity basketball. It's Lorain 21, the Shaw Cardinals 2, as you take a look at the Lorain Titans as they get set to huddle up with Coach Mark Feldman and company. We'll take a timeout. We'll be back after this. Our score after one, Lorain 21, Shaw 2. You're watching girls varsity basketball on WLCS TV 20, home of Lorain City Schools Television.
Every one of us starts out as a wide-eyed recruit, myself included. If I could go back, I'd tell that kid, get ready. You're going to serve alongside some amazing people. They're going to become like family to you. And together, you'll see and do things that will help change the world, that'll change you. One day, you're going to look up and be a better you. And this nation will be better for it too. I'm General Dave Goldfein. Come join us. Your nation is waiting.
Every year, the Salvation Army serves nearly 30 million people in need. That's one person every second. So by the time you've finished watching this, 30 more lives will have been changed for good. All thanks to your donations.
Thank you.
And welcome back to Lorain as we get set to begin the second quarter. It was all Titans at the end of the first quarter, leading 21-2. It was Kiara Jenkins leading them with 9. Brooklyn Ferguson had 6. They combined for 15 of the 21 points, and it looks like we've got a new group of 5 young ladies for Lorain to begin this second quarter.
And Shaw's playing his own now.
Mustafa, a freshman with the basketball, gets it on the right side. We'll get to these names as soon as we can. Jumper goes up, it's no good, and coming out of there with the ball is going to be the Shaw Cardinals. And with it is Mahogany Jackson. Lene Hart back into the game. That's good to see because she seemed to be favoring that ankle a little bit. Gets it, puts it up inside and scores. She has their 4 points. 21-4. And for the Titans, they bring it across the timeline. They get it over to Bailey Gomez. Shot goes up, no good. Offensive rebound, Danielle Witten. Witten will get it up top, and with the basketball is Amina Mustafa. In the corner.
Don't dribble it, reverse it.
Mustafa. Left side to Bailey Gomez. Inside shot goes up. Hart gets called for the foul, and I think that's her 3rd.
They cannot afford foul trouble.
No.
I can remember this again, Rob. I think we were doing the game together. This was 4 or 5 years ago, and it was Shaw that had a similar situation where they had only 6. They had an injury. They were down to 5. You could play with less than 5 according to the rules, but I can recall that.
You just can't play with more than 5.
Right.
Simone Witten misses both free throws, and the Cardinals have it. Yeah, I saw that movie. I saw that clip of Hoosiers as well. They were down to 4 players, and the kid goes run in there, and coach says, sit down, son.
What a great movie.
With the basketball.
It's an all-time great.
Shaw Cardinals have it. That is Mahogany Jackson trying to get into the Lene Hart. Again, she's got 3 fouls. They get out of there with a steal, long outlet pass, and missing the layup were the Titans. And on the rebound is Samuel for Shaw. They bring it into the forecourt. Let's see if they can get into their offense. Pass to Temple. She goes up under Witt and scores. So that is Amaya Temple, her first 2, and it's 21-6. There's a steal, and now coming the other way and laying it up and in is Jackson.
First turnover of the night, and it leads to an easy basket.
Well, you got
a
lot of young players in here now, freshmen, and they're going to get another steal, another turnover, and a left elbow jumper up and in. Hitting that jumper is Mahogany Jackson. Titans just get it across midcourt, and they're going to throw it away. Or no, it was knocked away, so it'll be Lorain basketball. Substitution for Shaw coming back in. Mia Temple. And taking a breather is Mahogany Jackson. Lorain inbounds. They get it to right.
Is that
Now back in the corner for the corner 3 ball, and Mustafa missed it. Rebound and putting it back up. Missing that was Gomez.
powered up?
Back outside. They'll measure the 3, take it and miss it. They fight for the rebound, and the Cardinals have it. And then it goes out of bounds to who? It'll be Lorain basketball. So the Titans up 21-10 with 5:24 to go in the second quarter. Shaw has outscored Lorain 8-0 in the second quarter with these freshmen on the floor for Lorain. As they substituted 5 for 5, and why not? They were up 21-2. See what these young kids can do. Danielle Witten with it. Witten, now it looks like Shaw has dropped into his zone. They get it to right inside. Nice defense by Hart, and we're going to say jump ball. So jump ball. It'll be Shaw basketball. 5:11 to go until half. Titans up 21-10 alongside Bob Raskich. I'm Rob Polinsky. Glad you could join us for girls varsity basketball on a Thursday night. Throw it outside to Johnson. Back up top, Samuel. Gets it to Mia Temple. Temple to Lene Hart. Hart back to the basket, and they think they threw it away. Yes, it'll be Lorain basketball. And number 2 out there, Bob, in all the years we've done basketball, that may be the longest hair I've ever seen from a player. Mia Temple, her hair goes past her shorts.
Yes, I didn't notice it until you just pointed it out. It's down to her knees.
I'm not making this up.
Knees.
We've got a timeout for Lorain, a timeout on the floor. And this will be their first timeout. Wow. Each team has taken 1 timeout. They each have 4 remaining. And Bob, I'll let you tell the viewers about something here.
Well, EMAs are online, and forms are available at loraineschools.org/final forms. EMAs are online, loraineschools.org/final forms. And also, the softball season's gearing up already, and if you're interested in playing this year, the time is now to prepare for a great season. Get your body, mind, and skills in shape. Wednesdays, softball players. Wednesdays from 2:30 to 3:30 in the weight room. That's Wednesdays, 2:30 to 3:30. And then Saturdays, open gym from 11 to 1. And the dates would be the 15th and 22nd of January. Of course, we're past the 15th. And the 5th and 12th of February.
It'll be Lorain basketball following the timeout. They lead 21-10. And inbounding will be Bailey Gomez. And Gomez gets it into Amina Mustafa.
Cute.
Back out Gomez. Her and Mustafa.
Shaw's packing his own, and what you want to do is you want to reverse the basketball quickly.
And bounce it in, shot goes up, no good, and Lene Hart comes out of there with it. Danielle Witten missed the shot. Hart dribbling. She has 3 fouls on her. Gets into the forecourt. Right still on her, and Hart's going to go all the way and lay it up and in. How about that?
Yeah, for Big Gal, she handles it, passes it well.
Lene Hart was 6. 21-12. Coming the other way with it are the Titans. Corner 3 ball goes up. No good. And coming out of there with a basketball is Samuel. Samuel had it tipped. It'll be Shaw basketball as it went out of bounds.
I'm really glad Coach Feldman subbed. I mean, it's an opportunity for the young gals, but it was 21-2 at the end of the first quarter. And, you know, for Shaw's sake, I mean, I think our starters, we could win this game pretty easily, and, you know, there really isn't any reason to embarrass anybody.
Hart for the turnaround, puts it up and in. She's got 8.
Yeah.
21-14. It's a 12-0 Shaw second quarter.
She has a good drop step.
Now with it into the forecourt is going to be Danielle Witten. Witten had it knocked away, got it back, and out of bounds. Let's see. This is going over to Shaw, and we're going to see substitutions.
Okay. Good job by Mark.
So now we'll see 5 young ladies coming back in for Lorain, and we've got Brooklyn Ferguson, who started the basketball game. Janasia Nelson-Riley. Janos is in there. Also into the game as Nixon and Jenkins. It's the original starting 5 back out there for Mark. So let's see how they do in the final 3 minutes of the second quarter, up by 7. See if they can get it back out to double digits at halftime. With it is Jenkins. She had that big first quarter with 9. Goes back up top to Janos. Titans up by 7. Jenkins wants it, calls for it, shoots it, misses it. And Brooklyn Ferguson runs down the offensive rebound. They'll reset the offense. Corner 3, up. That one's in and out, no good. Nelson-Riley fighting for the rebound. Doesn't get it, jump ball. Okay. It'll stay with Lorain.
Jump ball goes to Lorain.
2:40 remaining in the first half. Titans up 21-14. Janos to inbound. Tanisha, 5'7" senior. On the inbound, it's knocked out of bounds. It'll stay with Lorain.
All right, girls, you have to make a stronger cut on an out-of-bounds play. You really have to make hard cuts. There you go.
Ferguson gets the inbounds, and she'll come up top with it. Almost double dribbled. Gets a screen. Now the pass inside. Jenkins put it up. That was partially blocked by Nyree Johnson. And it's Shaw basketball with a chance to cut into the lead a little bit further. But they throw it away. And in the backcourt with the basketball are the Lorain Titans. Brooklyn Ferguson, long outlet for Janos. Janos with the runner in the paint scores.
What a great pass to look up the floor and pass off the dribble.
Janos with 6. Lorain gets their first points of the second quarter, and they now lead 23-14. Cardinals bring it into the front court. Mahogany Jackson with 4 points in this quarter. Her pass on the right side to Amia Temple.
Don't reach.
Temple picks up the dribble. Got to find a teammate. Does so in Jackson. In the corner. Jumper comes up by Nyree Johnson. Missed it. Offensive rebound. Back up. In and out. No good. Out of bounds. It'll stay with Shaw. So Lene Hart is on the bench with 3 fouls and 8 points. And probably a smart move by Coach Erica Jones to get her out of the game. Minute and a half to go in the first half. She has 3 fouls. You can't have her get her 4th foul here before halftime. Amaya Temple with it. And she'll lose it.
On the baseline.
It's on the baseline. It'll stay with Shaw. 1:20 remaining in the first half. Girls varsity basketball tonight on WLCS TV 20.
Okay, see the ball. When you're defending an out-of-bounds play, you have to see the ball and your man.
Right elbow jumper off the inbounds was missed. Missing that is Samuel. And Ferguson with a long outlet, too long, and threw it away.
It's the first turnover that I can recall, and I'm keeping a mental stat, by the starting 5.
And that one never had a chance. Put a little too much on that pass. And inbounding against a 2-2-1 full court press. And they get the steal as Janos, and she's fouled on her way to the basket. Jackson inbounded. Janos picked it off, and she'll shoot 2.
Foul is on number 4, Mahogany Jackson, her first, team 7th.
Foul on Jackson, her first, team 7th, so they're in the bonus. But this was in the act of shooting, so 2 free throws for Tanisha Janos. She has 6 points. She's a 5'7" senior. She has 7 points.
Push shot. Very nice.
Good form
Yeah.
for Janos. Gives Lorain a 10-point lead with 1:09 to go in the half. Janos, line right, bends the knees.
Yeah, very good.
Put it up a little too strong. And it's Shaw basketball as they get it to Amia Temple. 1 minute to play in the first half. 10-point Titan lead. Dewana Samuel, lazy pass. Janos picks it off. Janos going to drive the other end, lay it up too strong. Got her own rebound, tapped to her by Ferguson. Put up the jumper, missed it. They fight for the rebound, and coming out of there with it is Amaya Temple. We have Amia Temple and Amaya Temple.
Well, on the Shaw side,
yes,
offensively they stand, and then they pick up their dribble, and everybody else is defended, and they have to force a pass, just like that right there. They pick up their dribble.
Well, the pass inside. Temple with it. She had it knocked out of bounds. Good defense for the Lorain Titans. Coming back there to block that one was junior Delasia Nixon. 5'4" junior with a nice defensive play. And it'll be Shaw to inbound with 20 seconds to go in the first half. It'll be Mahogany Jackson to trigger the offense. Does so. Shot goes up. I think it was partially blocked, and Llanos comes out of there with it. 15 to go in the half. Llanos is going to force her way, put it up, partially blocked, out of bounds to who? Lorain.
9-7, or 9.7 left in the half.
Titans inbounding up 10. Bob just told you under 10 seconds to play in the half, plenty of time. They get it to Ferguson. Cross-court pass. Dribbling inside, losing it on the way up, and it's going to go to Shaw. They say that went off of Nixon. Shaw basketball with 3.3 to go. They've got to go the length of the court. Titans will put pressure on, try to get a steal.
5.
And the inbound pass is knocked away. Ferguson got it and put it up and in. So Ferguson got the steal and the basket.
Did that hit the back of the backboard?
I don't know. But the time never ran off, so I don't know what that was about. Now they run the time off, and I think they gave her the basket. So Lorain leads at halftime by a score of 26-14. It was an odd-looking play.
Sure was.
But I don't know. So
evidently it didn't hit the back of the backboard. It was a clean block.
We are at half. Our score, it's Lorain 26, Shaw 14. You see the Titans heading into the locker room. We'll be back with second half girls varsity basketball after this timeout. You're watching Lorain Titan Girl Varsity Basketball on WLCS TV 20, home of Lorain City Schools Television.
It's not just the ships, the armor, or the aircraft. It's something more. It's the will to fight and determination to win, found inside each and every Marine that answers a nation's call. Battles won. We make Marines who overpower the desire to quit with the perseverance to prevail. Not for glory, but for honor. For a code that isn't written or spoken, but lived. It's what we do. It's who we are. It's the battle cry of our fighting spirit. Battles won. See all the battles Marines fight to win at marines.com.
What do you wish for? A nice life? Nice things? Or do you wish for something more? A sense of purpose? Do you wish to discover a cure? To write code that cracks an unsolvable question? To further our exploration into space? Or to invent something that changes everything right here on Earth? Well, if that's your wish, make yourself ready. Because when you look back, you'll see that you didn't just make wishes, you realized them.
And welcome back. Start of the second half, and Lorain will begin immediately with an inbound steal. Llanos got the steal, and nice bounce pass inside, but it's stolen right back. So Lorain led 21-2 after one quarter. Shaw outscored them 12-5 in the second quarter. That's how we got our halftime score of 26-14. Lene Hart, who leads Shaw with 8, puts the shot up, no good. And it'll be Brooklyn Ferguson on the outlet, gets it for Llanos. And Llanos drives, puts it up and in.
Another really good transition basket. Dribbling with the head up. First open man gets the basketball and scores. I mean, that's been a strong point today for Lorain High.
Titans with pressure. Shaw is able to beat the press. And they're going to get it ahead to Temple. On the way up, puts it up, no good. Rebound gets kicked out to Mahogany Jackson. She steps back for three, around rim and out. Another offensive rebound. Good hustle for the Cardinals as they get it to Mahogany Jackson. She'll pull it out and reset their offense. Brooklyn Ferguson's able to get another steal. Ferguson on the drive. She'll go up, and it's knocked away by Jackson.
No foul.
And it will be Lorain basketball.
Lorain ball.
Well, all things being relatively equal in girls basketball, the team that turns it over more inevitably loses. I mean, because you get such a better quality shot off of a turnover than you do going through the heart of another team's defense.
Three-pointer comes up, and making that is Kiara Jenkins. She leads the Titans in points with a dozen. They'll inbound to Lene Hart. She's in the backcourt, and she'll pass it ahead. With it is Temple. Back to Hart. Beats the press. Hart going to spin in the lane, put it up. No.
There's that drop step again.
And it's Jackson with it. She finds Hart underneath, lays it up and in. So Lene Hart in double figures with 10. And it's 31-16. Titans by 15.
Gonna get a little half-court trap here.
Get it ahead to Llanos. She takes the shot from the three-point line. Missed it. A little bit of a quick shot there for the Titans, in my opinion.
Yep.
Hart with the basketball, double team, got to get rid of it. Tries to, but it's stolen out of there.
Turnovers,
the steal is
easy
Jenkins.
baskets.
Ferguson will lay it up and in.
Turnovers the layup. Shaw's taking a timeout.
No, we got a young lady for Lorain that's shaken up.
I see, okay.
And it will be Nelson Riley that comes out. Coming in to replace her is Danielle Witten. So scoring, Jenkins so far with a dozen. Llanos has 9, Nixon with 2, and Ferguson with 10. That's your Lorain scoring. For Shaw, Temple with 2, Mahogany Jackson with 4, and Lene Hart has 10.
A bit surprised to see Lorain High picking up full court up 17.
We'll get it into the forecourt. Samuel with it. Samuel has Llanos on her, gets rid of it. Temple puts it up, missed it. And the rebound, and we're going to get one of the Titans to travel as she fell down with the basketball. It will be Jackson to inbound.
See the ball, see your man here.
Lene Hart with it. Hart gets it back out to Jackson. Top of the key three. Temple missed it. And coming out of there with it, we're going to get a jump ball. And it'll be Lorain basketball.
You know, one of the big differences between these two teams is shooting. I mean, all of the Lorain High shots look pretty solid. And, you know, and they're right around the rim. Shaw just doesn't shoot it as well. When you're, you know, a basketball team, girls basketball team, you've got to spend about 40 minutes a day just shooting the ball.
Jumper goes up. That's an air ball from Nixon. It's out of bounds to Lorain.
And it's obvious that Lorain High does that.
Well, when you've got 6 players here for Shaw, I don't even know how they practice.
I've wondered the same thing.
Hart had lost it. It's stolen away by Yano. She missed the shot, and she'll run down the rebound. So it'll still be Lorain basketball. Brooklyn Ferguson will set it up. Young lady calling the play. Goes left side. Got the ball to Nixon.
Reverse the ball there. Yep.
They find Ferguson. Open 3.
Oh,
got it.
Nice lift on that shot.
Brooklyn Ferguson with 13. The Titans lead by 20. Temple with the basketball.
Don't reach.
Guarded. Gets the basketball back outside to Samuel. Inside to Hart. Put it up, no, but she's fouled. She'll shoot 2.
Hart is a 6-footer, and I'm anxious to see her free throw because she's pretty good around the basket.
Simone
Great
Witt
space.
came in for Lorain, picked up the foul, her first, team's first.
She's got a nice drop step. Let's see this shot. He's pretty good.
Hart, a little strong, missed it. Substitutions for each team.
Kayla Mosley checking.
Kayla Mosley, a sophomore, in for the first time for Lorain. And coming back in was Nyree Johnson for Shaw. Lene Hart will try to add to her point total, which is at 10. That one is up. That's a little too strong. Missed it. And it's out of bounds to Lorain with 4:20 to go in the third quarter. I want to remind you that the game is streaming live on our YouTube channel. And you can subscribe to the YouTube channel here, WLCS TV 20, streaming live, over 2.5 million views. With basketball are the Titans as they bring it across the timeline. Jenkins drives in, she traveled, and they'll take the basket away. So I'm sorry, that was Delasha Nixon that gets called for the travel. And now coaches are telling the young ladies for Lorain to go back and pick them up at half court, take the press off. 4 minutes to go, third quarter. They get it across midcourt, and the runner in the lane is up, no good, too strong. And Lene Hart with the rebound. Up top with it is Nyree Johnson. Out to Mahogany Jackson, who launches it and misses it. And we're going to get a foul in the backcourt, as with the rebound was junior Delasha Nixon. And the foul on Amaya Temple, her second. Titans by 20. They led by 19 after one quarter. They played 5 young ladies off the bench in the second quarter. Shaw cut into the lead. Then the starters came back in to extend the lead, and we're going to get an out of bounds on the Titans as Brooklyn Ferguson dribbled out of bounds. Be interesting to see when Coach Feldman goes back to the bench to those young ladies, if they're able to play maybe a little bit better than they did in that second quarter when they came in. Well,
you know, the unwritten rule, Rob, in coaching in basketball is if you're way up in the second half, the gentlemanly thing to do is take your press off and substitute.
Well, they already did half of that, took the press off. And usually, you've always heard that it's the losing team, you know, is the one that pulls their first team out and kind of goes to the bench, and then the team that's ahead will follow suit. Well, when you're only dressing 6 players, Shaw can't do that. You've got Simone Witt, a jump ball, and it'll be Lorain basketball. And so to inbound, back into the game for the Titans. She played in the first half. Amina Mustafa, a freshman, with a basketball. So Mustafa played in the first half, didn't score. Gets it into the front court to Danielle Witten. They're both 9th graders. Brooklyn Ferguson. Left side, Witten. She'll take a 3. That one's too strong. And Jackson with the rebound for Shaw. Gets tied up. Jump ball. This time it's Shaw basketball. Was the best rule change in basketball at the high school level when they went to the alternating possession arrow on the jump ball instead of having a jump ball every time?
I guess so.
You just can't have jump balls every 5 seconds in girls basketball.
But remember, when the game was first invented, you had a jump ball after every score.
That's true.
I mean, of course, that was back in the late 1800s.
With the basketball are the Titans. It is Mustafa with it. Mustafa with a bounce pass. We get it to Kayla Mosley, and we get a 10-second violation on Lorain. They did not get the basketball across midcourt in 10 seconds. 2:11 to go in the third quarter. 20-point lead for Lorain. We've been stuck on 36-16 for a little bit. Jackson inbound, does so to Temple. Put it up and in.
Okay, you got to switch that on an out-of-bounds play. Two people cross in front of your face, you have to switch that.
Amaya Temple with 4. At the other end, laying it up and in, it's going to be Kayla Mosley. She has 2, and it's 38-18. Kicking it out of bounds. That'll go to Lorain. Yes, it is, as that was kicked by Amaya Temple. Substitution.
Number 1, Dewana Samuel.
Dewana Samuel back in for Shaw. Nyree Johnson will get a breather. 38-18. Titans lead under 2 minutes to go in quarter number 3. And that's Brooklyn Ferguson that walks it into the forecourt. Looks like a zone defense for Shaw right now.
3-2.
They go on the left side. They're going to bounce it in to Witt. Witt kicks it outside. The 3 ball goes up, missing it. That time was Mustafa. It's out of bounds to Shaw.
That basket would have gone in. That would have been perfect offense against the zone. Getting it inside and pitching it back out, going inside out.
Ferguson comes out. Back into the game for Lorain is Kiara Jenkins. She's had a big game with 12 points. She has 12, Ferguson with 13, Llanos with 9. That's 34 of Lorain's 38 points from 3 players. Jackson just inside the right elbow, put it up. No good. Lene Hart back inside, no, but she's fouled. She'll shoot 2.
She's a good player.
Stops the clock with 1:10 to go in the third quarter. Foul on Kayla Mosley, her first.
She has very good footwork.
Team second. Now, Coach Feldman, when I was talking to him just before the ball game, chatting for a few minutes, getting some information, and he told me that Hart, he feels, is Shaw's best player.
Oh, there's no doubt.
Shaw missed that one.
And she's fundamentally sound. I saw her come she came to a jump stop a couple times when she didn't have anything and made the right easy pass out of that. And, her footwork, the drop step is good.
And that one's in and out, no good.
I know she's 0 for 4 from the line, but her stroke isn't bad.
It's out of bounds to Lorain. And the Titans trying to beat the Cardinals for the second time this season. They won at round 1 over in East Cleveland. Coach told me by about 20 points.
Well, Rob, the Titans are in second place in the LEL.
8-4 overall.
The Warrensville team is just loaded.
Jumper, a 3 is no good. Missing that is Jenkins. Get it out to Mustafa. This is my first opportunity to see the Lady Titans this year.
Mine too.
Kayla Mosley in the corner. Now they're going to get it into Simone Witt.
Pass it out.
She does. Mustafa for 3. Got it.
There you go. Inside out. Well done.
Amina Mustafa, her first points. 41-18, Lorain. 22 seconds to go. Quarter number 3. Man-to-man defense for the Titans. Jackson, guarded by Mustafa, gets it inside.
There it is again.
Hart fade away in the lane. Missed it. Good defense for the Titans. They get it ahead and laying it up too strong. And it'll be Jackson with a rebound. 2 seconds, 1, and they're not going to have enough time to get off a shot. We've played 3 quarters of basketball. Our score, it's Lorain 41 and the Shaw Cardinals 18. We'll be back with the fourth quarter as you look at the young ladies from Shaw as they get their instructions from Coach Erica Jones. We'll be back with the fourth quarter after this timeout. You're watching girls varsity basketball. It's on WLCS TV 20, home of Lorain City Schools Television.
Outbound to check.
And welcome back. Rob Polinsky, Bob Braskich, Joe Bach, WLCS TV 20. Crew bringing you girls varsity basketball on a Thursday night. Titans lead at 41-18, and they outscored Shaw 15-4 in the third quarter. And Bob, in the first quarter, outscored Shaw 21-2. Third quarter, 15-4 when they have their starters in. In the second quarter, when they went with the second group, Shaw outscored Lorain 12-5, but obviously the Lorain starters, when they're in the ball game, far superior.
Yes, no question about it, and especially, what I'm most impressed with, little four quarters, let's hold the ball action right here.
So with the basketball is Kayla Mosley.
Force you to get out of that zone.
And Mosley's going to dribble in, kicking outside. Simone Witt, she'll take a long one, miss it off the rim. Offensive rebound. Titans get it back.
But just the efficiency in that first quarter was amazing. 0 turnovers.
Mosley gets the basketball to Mustafa. Mustafa, nice shot pass into Mosley, laid it up and in. Kayla Mosley with 4. And it's 43-18, Lorain. 7:20 to go in the basketball game. Dribbling in, we're going to get a steal.
Look again, look
Long
at this.
outlet, and that's well done to Mustafa. She's fouled from behind. She'll shoot 2.
I mean, we've had some tremendous look up the floor long outlets in transition in this game by the Titans.
Nyree Johnson with the foul, her first, team second. We're going to get a couple of free throws for Amina Mustafa. She has 3 points on the night.
And that one was off the dribble, too.
Mustafa, Witten, Mosley, Jenkins, and Witt are the 5 on the floor for Lorain. Free throw too strong. 7-11 to go in the ball game. Titans by 25. Their biggest lead of the night. Second toss, that one's too strong. And the Cardinals will come out of there with a rebound. With the basketball is Samuel. And she lost it on the way to the basket, but it went out of bounds off of Witt, evidently. It'll be Shaw basketball. Mahogany Jackson is the young lady. There's 6 players. She's the one of the 6 not in the game right now for Shaw, as they're doing the best they can, but when you're dressing only 6, it's tough. And we've got a rebound here. The shot goes up by Temple, banks it up and in. Amaya Temple with 6. And it's 43-20, Lorain. Pass in the corner. Now back up top to Mustafa, the freshman. She'll dribble in. Nice bounce pass for her classmate Witt. Puts it up. That one's too strong, no good.
Get back.
And Shaw
Get back.
Shaw with the ball, but then they throw it away as they try to pass it to Samuel. Three-pointer goes up. That one's off the back of the rim. No good. Rebound, Lene Hart for Shaw. Hart across midcourt, gets double-teamed. And they fight for the ball, and finally coming out of there with it are the Titans. They get it to Mosley. She'll lay it up, no good. Offensive rebound is back up and in. And with that offensive rebound, Danielle Witten, her first 2 points of the basketball game.
I just have to be impressed with how Lorain High advances the basketball in transition and after turnovers. The first open man gets the basketball down the floor. It's great.
And we're going to get a steal by Witten. Witten at the other end had it knocked out of bounds. It'll be Lorain basketball. Substitutions for Lorain, as we're going to see some new faces come into the basketball game.
Charlton, Melissa Gomez, and
Shadiman Charlton, Jada Morales-Smith, and a Bailey Gomez all come in. Gomez did see some time in the first half.
Yeah, Rob, when you're up by 25 with 5 minutes left in the ball game and you want to play your other kids, something that works is leave one of your veterans out there on the floor, especially if that veteran is a ball handler. Everything will work much easier for those 4 subs, those 4 youngsters.
With the basketball, the runner in the lane, no, and we're going to get a traveling violation on Kiara Jenkins. Substitution for Shaw. Mahogany Jackson will re-enter. She has 4 points. She's going to replace Nairi Johnson.
Yeah, Shaw has to have movement. One of the reasons why they're turning it over and having difficult passes is a lot of standing on offense.
Hart, as they come over to help, double team, kicks it outside. Now back to Temple, over to Jackson. Jackson left wing on the elbow. To Temple, puts it up, no good. Rebound loose on the floor, and coming out of there with it is going to be Jenkins for Lorain. Her 15-foot jumper is short, gets her own rebound. And now they'll run the offense.
Yeah,
Under 5 minutes to play in the game.
Overall, Lorain High shows pretty good skill level. Pass, catch, dribble. I mean, throughout along the entire roster.
I think it's kind of hard to get a read on them tonight. Bailey Gomez with it. My first opportunity to see him, and I liked how they just came out and had no nonsense, Bob, how they came out and knew they were playing an undermanned team and went right at them. And with the basketball is Danielle Witten.
But, you know, I'm looking at pass and cut and dribble, catch, all pretty good. The shots aren't bad either. A rare forced pass right there. You've got to back cut that.
And Shaw with the steal. Jackson with it. Long 3. Air ball. Out of bounds. It'll be Lorain basketball. I hear you. I guess my point is, you know, I'd like to see what they could do, or would like to see what it would look like against a team that, you know, defensively would give you some problems.
Well, you know, Lorain High has had, you know, a win against Euclid, a win against Cleveland Heights. Those teams can be good. They had a win against Sandusky. That Warrensville team, though, wow, they're just loaded. Oh,
there's an
ouch
moving pick. That may be a harder hit than we'll see in the NFL playoffs this weekend. A moving screen on the Titans that'll give the basketball back to
Tell you what, quarterbacks
Shaw.
don't get hit that hard.
No. Jada Morales-Smith, the sophomore, gets called for the foul. It'll be Shaw basketball. Stops the clock with just under 4 minutes to go. They get it into Lene Hart.
Drop step.
She draws that defense, puts it up, no good. And coming out of there with the basketball are the Titans. Nice bounce pass to Witt, puts it up, yes, and she's fouled. Simone Witt with 2. She'll look for 3 at the line. And again, we want to remind you that this game is streaming live on the YouTube channel for Lorain City Schools Television. You subscribe to that YouTube channel, and Joe Bach says over 2.5 million views. And if Joe Bach tells you, then it has to be true.
Yeah. But, you know, that last sequence right there, Rob, I mean, very good passing in transition again.
Witt with the free throw. She has 3.
You know, the pass is one thing, the catch is another. I mean, both ends of that. Very well done.
Mariana Rios, a freshman, into the game. 48-20. Titans lead by 28 with 3:40 to go in the ball game. Titans are going to go to 9-4 with this win as the Shaw Cardinals dribbled out of bounds. Sub for Shaw. Back into the basketball game is Nairi Johnson. She'll replace Dewana Samuel. Down to 3.5 minutes to go in the ball game. All Lorain, they led 21-2 after 1 and were never really threatened. Shaw did cut it to 21-14 in the second quarter when Coach Feldman went to his second group, his freshmen. And then when he put the first team back in there was no doubt. And the Titans turn it over. Mia Temple. Bounce in for Lene Hart. Not a good pass. Hart couldn't come up with it. It was kind of a combination, Bob. I don't know if that was a bounce pass or a chest pass, but it just didn't work. Titans with it. Get it in the corner. On the run is Mustafa, and she is going to be a jump ball. That was a held ball. It'll stay with Lorain. And predictably, when you get the younger players into the ball game that don't have the experience, you're going to have more whistles and game not nearly as smooth.
That's why I mentioned one of the things you could do is you leave that veteran ball handler out there on the floor, and things seem to unfold better.
Jumper comes up around the rim, and it went in, and that's Jada Morales-Smith with her first 2 points of the ball game, and Lorain leads 50-20 with 2:45 remaining.
Rob, if you don't mind, Joe Bacchus just told me I better get these in.
Go for it.
The safety motto, if you see something, say something. Share safety concerns with any school employee or adult. If you see something, say something, or call 844-SAFER-OHIO. That's the Ohio Schools hotline. 844-SAFER-OHIO.
There you see that up on your monitor. Shaw to inbound, they lead by 30, and on the inbound they put it up, and missing the shot is Tempo, and coming out of there with it is Simone Witt. Witt will drive, put it up, no good, no foul called, and they're gonna have the outlet to Hart. Lene Hart goes up, man, put it in.
Yeah.
Lene Hart with a dozen. Go ahead, Bob.
Yeah, and the other one is help for students and families, all kinds of mental health care, crisis response care, trauma-specific treatments, even legal services with Lorain Schools. Number 440-830-HELP. 440-830-HELP, and you can get advisement on things like parenting and substance abuse, opportunities for home visits, social and child welfare services. Very good. Mental health, healthcare, crisis response, trauma specific. That's LorainSchools.org or 440-830-HELP. Very good.
Mahogany Jackson with their free throw, put it up, no good. She'll see if she can make 1 out of 2 as her team trails 50-22. You see there on the monitor, just 1:38 to go in this basketball game. Jackson missed them both. And the rebound comes to the Cardinals. They put it up, no good. Lene Hart again, no, but she's fouled. We'll get a couple of free throws for Lene. She'll try to add to her point total.
Fouls on there, Diamond Charlton.
Diamond Charlton with a foul, her first, 5'11" junior. Lene Hart with 12. We'll try to add to that with 1:31 to go. Hart 0 for 4 at the line. But she's looked good on the free throws. Just can't get it to go in yet.
She's been back of the rim on just about every one. Needs a little bit more lift.
And we'll get a substitute coming back into the basketball game. Is Amina Mustafa back in with 3 points for the freshman. Hart that time put it up and in.
Oh, she blew a kiss to one of the fans after the main.
There you go. 1:25 to go in the game, 50-23. Hart defensively there. They're going to get the basketball back to Mustafa. Screen is set. Mustafa comes off the screen, gets it in the corner. Titans down to 1:10 to go.
Okay, don't stand. You have to make strong cuts.
Bailey Gomez with the basketball. Bounce pass up top.
Can't leave that ball handler out there on an island.
Under a minute to go in the ball game. Gomez right back to Mustafa. Top of the key, 3 short.
Get it.
Got her own rebound. 45 seconds to go. Simone Witt, guarded by Hart.
Pass the ball.
And Hart obviously fouls her. And that'll be a foul on the floor, which would be the 4th on Shaw, 4th on Hart with 34 seconds. Well, I'll give Hart credit. Bob, because she had 3 fouls about halfway through the second quarter, and it took until right now for her to get that 4th foul.
Yeah,
and when you only have 6 players, you can't foul out.
She's a senior. You can tell this isn't her first go-round.
Witt inside puts it up, no good. Rebound, Hart will get it. And then dribbled it in the backcourt to Jackson. Pass to Hart, she's at half court. 22 seconds to go. Dribbling in, spinning, forcing her way to the basket, missing. Rebound comes out to Johnson for Shaw. And lost it out of bounds. It will be Lorain basketball with 12 seconds to go. And they'll get it to Witt. Coach says hang on to the ball. Simone Witt will dribble, kick it outside. And they go back up top, and that will end the ball game. Mahogany Jackson tries to steal it, can't, and that will do it. Final score here tonight, it was Lorain 50 and Shaw 23. As we look at the scoring by quarters, Lorain led after one 21-2. They led at halftime 26-14. Kind of reestablished things in the third quarter, outscoring Shaw 15-4 to go up 41-18. And then in the fourth quarter, when it had already been decided, it was 50-23. Lorain outscored them by a score of 9-5. Quickly going through our final scoring here, it was Jada Morales-Smith with 2, Kayla Mosley had 4, Kiara Jenkins had a dozen, Delasia Nixon with 2, Danielle Witten with 2, Tanisha Llanos with 9, Simone Witt had 3, Brooklyn Ferguson led Lorain with 13, Amina Mustafa with 3. For the Shaw Cardinals, Amaya Temple with 6, Mahogany Jackson with 4, and leading the way for them with 13 was Lene Hart, as you see the final score. And Bob, your
my impressions, that first quarter, 21-2, 0 turnovers, great pass and catch. We weren't forcing anything offensively or especially in transition. I mean, just great transition passes up the floor and 0 turnovers, very efficient. Scored 21 points. That was the game.
Yeah, that first quarter when there was no doubt after 21-2 that it was going to be Lorain's game, and then Coach Feldman, he substituted liberally. He brought in young ladies to get some extra experience. They played in the second quarter. Yeah, Shaw cut into the lead, but they never really threatened, and I give Coach Feldman credit because he knew his team, he had it in control, and he could pretty much do what he wanted, and a lot of young ladies saw a lot of valuable time.
I do too. I was very impressed with how Lorain High passed and caught the ball. Very unselfish. First open man received the ball, and that's usually a big part of winning.
Bob, you're a heck of a lot taller than I am. When did this happen? But I'm shorter than you are.
I'm growing in my old age.
Rob Polinsky, Bob Braskich, Joe Bach here with you. And Bob, any final thoughts here today?
Good. It was fun. I haven't seen Lorain High play in really a couple years, and it was fun. I liked how fundamentally sound they were. I'm impressed. You can see they work on fundamentals of practice.
Absolutely. So the Lorain Titans get the win 50-23. They go to 9-4 on the season, and that's going to wrap up our coverage here tonight, I do believe. As, again, Joe Bach doing all the hard work with the camera work. Bob, great to be here with you again. Hopefully we'll get to do this
My
again.
pleasure.
As for Bob Braskich and Joe Bach, this is Ron Polinsky reminding you one more time, the final. Your Lorain Titans defeat the Shaw Cardinals 50-23. You've been watching girls varsity basketball on WLCS TV 20, home of Lorain City Schools Television.